Well, hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Ral, and this week I'm going to do my stash ads for the kits I picked up in November and show you what's going on with some of them and why I got them. Some of the reasons are a little bit different than normal, but I'll get into that here in a minute. But before we jump into that, we'll jump into my sponsor, Hobby Nut Models here, picking up some kits, and there's some new ones coming out that he's looking to get in, and he's also having his Christmas sale here. So check out the website and the link in the video description below, as he's got some Christmas Day specials and everything that's coming up, and some of them are pretty cool, and some of them I've jumped on already. So, oops, oh well. But anyway, you never know when something's on sale, but check them out. But anyways, getting back to kits I purchased and whatnot. Now, if you've been watching my channel, I have this kit already, and one that's complete that I can build box stock, which is what I want to do with it. But my friend Dan Doan, he gave me this one as well, and there's a reason for it. One, he was impressed with my Baldwin motions, and he thought this might be a pretty interesting Baldwin motion project or foe, or even a custom Corvette. And that's what somebody was doing to this kit at one time. Hence the interesting rear end treatment here. It is a rare 74 convertible, or roadster, as I prefer to call them. But somebody's taken the time to do some interesting custom work to the back end here, smooth some things out, no door handles, almost completely remove the rockers or blending them in up here. And then the front end, this is all smoothed and cut out. So it has some work done to it. So he just gave it to me, and he also thought maybe I could use this on my 73 Baldwin Motion, use this chassis instead. But unfortunately, I was much too far along to reroute and redo and change all of that, especially with how thick the front end of that body was as far as cast, to hollow that out just to get this in there in the engine and chassis. So I decided to hold on to this for parts. Interior's painted this interesting red-orange color. I mean, it's not really red. It's more of a dark orange, like burnt orange. But it's quite interesting. But the body's all been customized. And same thing, they started to fill in the hood. Seats are painted. But all the rest of the parts are in here in stock. All of the chrome is here. All the grills, everything. And including... one of the things I looked for is it still had the springs too. These are often missing, but the tires and everything here too. So a pretty complete kit other than the body mods. Glass taillights are in here, and then I'm not sure what that is. Decals and everything, which I think the decals are actually from a different one. I don't know. They belong to this kit. So all that's in here. So it was kind of a nice gesture. A little surprised. I wasn't expecting it. But that was fun. But we were going to this was at a model hangout where I went and picked some of this stuff up. But I'll show you some of the other kits I picked up. Now, I went to a friend here locally who's having a joke around. We call him Bernie's Bargain Barn, where he's always... he gets kits and he gets collections. He doesn't sell online or anything, doesn't sell on eBay. He just sells here locally. So we get some great deals with him. We got a lot of modelers and a lot of collectors here. So he gets some of these kits. Now, this is one I didn't need. If you've seen the channel, I built this kit. I've shown this kit before. But since I used that kit, and it was really the only one I was missing, I also had a lot of the other kits. So with Hobby Nut Models, I recently got the most recent release of this kit, and I have all of the race versions of this kit that I have not shown on the channel. But I did do a kit comparison of the stock ones where I compared this kit with the 69 stock kits. But this one I just picked up basically as a spare. And to do a kit comparison, I threw the tires in a bag. The bumpers are knocked off of it, but everything else is here. The glass has a mark on it. So it's not 100% perfect. And it's not a very I don't want a very valuable kit because they're everywhere and they're easy to find, pretty cheap. So, but with Bernie, this is a $12 kit. So it's a spare. And, you know, I'm going to do a video with it. That's what my whole intent on this particular one was. I purchased this one to complete a set here to do a video for you guys for comparisons. So that's why I picked this one up. Now also in Bernie, he had this kit. Now this is a real recent release. Now I skipped it because I have a bunch of them. But I did pick this particular one up from him, another $12 kit. And same kind of thing. It's kind of a spare. So a spare and a parts kit. Now one of the things I wanted that I picked it up for was it has completely different decals than any of the other versions. So, you know, I'm like, okay, it'd be nice to have these decals on hand and, you know, just to see and compare. The rest of the kit is pretty much unchanged from it. But, and then Angelo's Workbench, he's building 2 of those. He's recently started up his videos again, but he's building 2 of those and finishing them up. So it was kind of funny watching him do that. But I picked up 2 of them. I'll show you the other one here in a second. But one of the things that I missed when you look over, when you're buying kits used and you never really know, is I think this was a replacement because this windshield is broken. And I think whoever purchased it probably purchased it and swapped windshields and put this one in it. So that's just my thoughts. I'm guilty of stuff like that too, where I buy an entire kit just for a replacement part. And that's really what I did here too. One of the reasons, and I didn't know that was broken right away. I looked quickly through the bags and everything. For me, the part I want, believe it or not, is, where's it at? I know it's on this tree, right here. The outside rearview mirror. I like the shape of this one. And I've picked up a few of these kits over the years and taking that mirror strictly for my AMX model kits. So my Johan AMXs, the 2-seat versions, the 68, 69, and 70, but the 68 and 69 specifically have a round one. And I've used this mirror strictly for that kit. Now, it seems kind of strange just for $12 to buy it just for a mirror. And that's pretty much what I did. But it also has a really nice 400 engine. And I've used that in miscellaneous Pontiac projects. And don't be surprised with the recently purchased 68 GTO kit from AMT. That's the Craftsman series that has no engine. This engine may end up in that kit when I build it. It may not. I haven't decided if I'm going to do curbside. But that was this kit and also this kit. Same thing. This one is sealed. I haven't opened it at all. But again, another $12 kit. So I bought it for the exact same reason. Parts. So that moves on to the next one. Now, if you guys have been following me on the channel and everything, you know I have a hard time walking away and picking up these kits. So same thing at Bernie's. Picked up this one and this one. Now I'll get into one of the reasons why I did that. The Sterling Moss version that I recently picked up. Here's a picture of the box art. It's technically a 66, but in the kit is really a 65. So you know, I probably have extra grills. I don't really know. I got so many of these kits laying around. But you know, another $12 purchase from Bernie. The glass is all here. Nothing wrong with that. This one, the body, this one's all bagged. It's all here. And I even prefer the decals. This one's kind of funny too. But here's the gold decals. And it has the small tires. I like it when they have the big and little tires. But this one just happens to have the smaller tires. Some of them have the staggered set. But I have one where the body is damaged. And this body is not damaged. But one of the reasons, you see where it's cut out here? Ever since a Revell Monogram did the R model, they cut the body right there. So on the front valance, it's cut. And all of the Mustang bodies are now that way. So, you know, when I see the earlier versions, which is exactly why I grabbed this one. Same thing. There's tons of these out there. So when I picked this up from Bernie, this one, there's a little scuff mark on the glass. Everything's sealed here. Now, it's got the MTX TRX, or Michelin TRX tires. I got to say it properly. Which, you know, these tires don't look as good in this kit. And then the chrome's just a little duller. More of a satin. And then there's some chrome wear on it. But it's all here. Somebody cut up the decals. But I think I had an extra pair of decals somewhere around the house. But this one also had the R model decals in the box. And these are a little harder to find. So that's one of the reasons why I picked up this kit. I saw these decals in there. And I'm like, oh, wow, cool. So the R model ones are in here. And I have a set of those decals. But there are, you know, some of them were cut up. Probably didn't have an issue. May have been the same thing where the guy who bought this, because this bag has not been opened. So I think it's the same kind of thing where, you know, whichever collection that this stuff came from, the guy didn't, you know, he just grabbed a couple parts or bought replacements. There's a seat loose, but this has the early body that is uncut right here, which is one of the reasons why I always pick up these early kits, so that, you know, the bumper fits here, because when you put the bumper on, there's a big gap, and then the stripes go right there too. So it kind of stands out. So I always grab these when I see them, and I've got way too many of them. But sometimes you can turn around and sell them or trade them if some of the people are looking for them. But that's why I picked these up. So as you can see, they're all pretty much parts kits, to some level or another. But, you know, at $12, and it used to be a time here locally where you can get these for $7. Not anymore, but $12 is now a bargain. Now the kits are running, you know, $40 or more now. So, you know, I grab them when I can. And my last purchase is right here. Resin body here, but from Renaissance City Resin Casters in Detroit. 67 Ford Mustang Coupe. Now, when it was shipped to me, I purchased this off of eBay. The name on it was Jeff Ballard Jr., and that was like, wait a minute. I was having a flashback where there was Motor City Resin Casters was doing a 67 Coupe as well, and that was Jeff Ballard as well. But I guess this is the son, I guess, taking over the business, maybe? Didn't contact him, don't know the full story. So I'm just hearing it kind of through the grapevine. But Renaissance City is junior, and Motor City, I guess, was senior. But looking it over, though, and I don't have a 67 Mustang Coupe kit, although the 67 Mustangs and Shelbys are like my favorites. And even my best friend, Jeremy, he has a 67 Coupe. So, you know, I noticed in the pictures that the kit uses the stock engine compartment. And then, you know, it looked pretty nice. So, and it uses the newer AMT kit. Some of the resin ones I've seen used the 66 kit, or, you know, one of the older AMT versions. But it looks pretty nice. We'll see how it builds up. I don't know when I'll actually get to it. But it has the deluxe door panels, which makes sense because, I mean, the rest of the donor kit has deluxe door panels. Back seat. The back seat looks nicely done. So, like that. And then the front valance. And, of course, the GT hood, which he could probably sell this separate, honestly, if it fits the other kit. And this is the GT hood. I know a lot of people keep asking for this hood. I see a couple of little differences, but it's still a nice hood. So, with underside detail, too. So, that's the stuff I picked up here for November and added to the stash. So, this is really the only part here that will actually get built, or intended to get built, where the other ones are pretty much all just parts kits or subject matter for the channel. So, that's all the stuff I picked up, and, you know, just a lot of miscellaneous, you know, kits just for whatever reason. And interesting box art, because I didn't have this particular box art. But stacking them all up here, getting kind of crazy here. And then, you know, the vintage Corvette, which that's cool. But, you know, like I said, this one's got an interesting 4-cylinder in it too, a Winkle engine. But all kinds of fun stuff that I picked up, you know. But a very light month, especially for, you know, me not planning on buying or shopping anything at all because of the holidays and everything. Really only went to the one sale this month that Bernie was having, and that's what I picked up. So, guys, thanks for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments and everything. I really do appreciate it. You guys, you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next time.